comment on a video I've just watched, which was by Tannyraw. She was talking about how we transition to a raw lifestyle, and we can't expect people to be like perfect straight away and be fully raw straight away, even if we were able to do that ourselves. I know from me personally, I transitioned to raw with raw till 4. I didn't realise I was, but I was apparently. That's just how it happened. And the principle behind this is like, the more raw the better. So if you can kind of push out the other foods with more raw and do that kind of progressively, then that's just way better than telling people basically, yeah, go raw or go home, you know? And I think this is brilliant because it's something that I forget as well. Like, I didn't just go, boom, raw overnight. Well, I did from raw till 4 once I realised how important greens were with slightly like poorer quality fruit. But in general, like if I had just gone from a meat-eating diet, paleo type that I was doing, to just completely raw, I don't know how I would have reacted with that. Might have been quite a shock. I might have needed a lot more fats and things. I might have needed... I don't know how that would have that would have worked, because obviously I haven't got that experience. But the whole like stepping stone thing that Tannyraw talks about in her new video, was it Come Play at the Waterfall or something? And just like the idea of giving people kind of ideas, like if they really want savoury for dinner, giving them ideas of like what to have instead, like having like an avocado dressing on like zoodles or something like that, and teaching them like about like the spices and herbs that go really nice if they want something flavoursome. She was talking about certain types of tomato have a higher sodium content, so it's kind of like a salty snack if that's what people want instead of sweet, because I think a lot of the food we have around, like in the UK and America and stuff like that, it's very savoury food. You know, there are a lot of sweets, obviously, which is great for smoothies and stuff, and people are obviously quite partial to smoothies. But I don't think there's a lot of savoury ideas, which is why there's a lot of kind of cooked. There's a lot of cooked food, like even in like raw till 4 and stuff like that. It's hard to kind of get away from your savoury in the evening, and it'll even, like Tanny says herself, she likes savoury in the evening, and I do myself, like a cumin salad and stuff like that. I can have fruit for dinner, but again, it is really nice to have that savoury. I think it's what we've been brought up on, to want it in the evening. You know, if you're in a colder country as well, it's quite nice just to have that warming of like a spice. So I do completely understand that, and I do think it's good to give people these alternatives, you know. She was saying about like just have that big bed of raw vegetables and raw lettuce and stuff like that, and have like some sweet potato mashed on top of it, you know, cooked sweet potato mashed on top, you know, and just progress yourself. And I just think this is a wonderful message, and I want to pass this on as well, because again, like I said, it's something I forget, and I just kind of go, like, in my head, just go, like, because it's kind of what I've done myself. I'm like, go raw, and I just want to be raw. Like, and now that I've got the greens in, and I'm finding it really simple and really, like, satisfying, I'm like, done. Like, I don't want any cooked food, but other people might find that more difficult, you know? And you have to allow for that, because you want as many people to get these health benefits as possible, and as many people to get away from these, like, processed foods and really high fat takeaway type foods with chemicals in, you know. And like in the grand scheme of things, people having some potatoes in the evening is so much better than you know, falling off the wagon completely and having McDonald's, or you know, or just struggling and like, you know what I mean, and then thinking the diet doesn't work or the lifestyle doesn't work. So I do think So I do think it's really good to like let people have that kind of the transition, and go easy on people and give them some alternatives. Like if they do have some kind of addiction, or you know, like really comforted by a certain food, or they're struggling with the emotional problems that are associated with food and all these sort of things, I think it's really good to give them that allowance and like go easy on them, give them love and give them time and help them transition. Or not even that, I suppose, maybe just do their best to incorporate as much raw as possible and incorporate as much of the principles as possible. Obviously going vegan is a really big deal because it's like it helps the planet and the animals and your health in general, and it's just the most logical thing to do. And yeah, just be as least processed as possible and least chemical ridden, like, you know. And like I said, like having some potatoes is just way better than having falling off and having a pizza, you know. So it is really good to give people that kind of the stepping stone is what Tanny called it, and I can't think of a better word, the stepping stone. And obviously just to be the example, like show that it can be done. If you want it, if you want to push to fully raw, you can do it. You know, if you just want to push to as much raw as you can, then people can do that as well. Like the bigger picture is that you're showing the importance of the raw fruit and vegetables and greens. You're showing how important they are to your health, and that you can live completely off them if you want to. I think that's the most important thing, and bringing back the kind of the love that's associated with this lifestyle, and like the acceptance of people, and the kind of the welcoming. Like it should be really welcoming, not like these huge divides between everyone. Like we're all on the same team really. We just want everyone to be healthy and happy. So I think we've got to start with ourselves and make ourselves healthy and happy, and just share that with everyone else. And yeah, I just think we need to help people progress, help people evolve, and be the example. Be accepting, be welcoming, be patient, you know? Give everyone a chance and give them some tools to help change their life. Don't just shut them off because they're not perfect yet, or they don't do everything straight away, or like are finding it hard, especially like, you know, if they are really struggling with it, you know, you need to help them through that, not just shut them out. Yeah, so I just wanted to pass that on because I thought it was an absolutely brilliant message and something we should all bear in mind. Like, it's not worth arguing over potatoes, it's not worth arguing over noodles or rice, you know, like, just eat the best you can and